Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, good. Welcome back, everybody.
Here we are again.
Again, yeah, episode 5. We're building momentum now.
We
I feel
actually
like,
have.
yeah, I feel like momentum is building. The
Mhm.
TikTok views are viewing, you know.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know about this.
Yeah,
Hi, we're celeb.
I know. Yeah, God, don't let it go to your head or anything, will you?
Babe, that's not going to happen for me. Maybe you,
Yeah, it might
for
happen for
sure.
me. Yeah, I'll go up straight up my own ass immediately. Narcissist, remember?
No, no, no. We don't do that.
No,
You're not.
I am fully joking. Stay humble.
Yes, absolutely. Wholesome as well.
What?
Wholesome,
Oh yeah, I'm
humble.
also.
Yeah, humble and wholesome.
Yeah, on the whole, 90% of the time wholesome,
Okay.
10% feral. You've got to have that though. You've got to have a balance. Like I can't be doing this wholesome life all the time because I've got to be a silly girl.
No, 100%. Like, keep your personality in there. But,
Yeah,
we're in that era of humble, wholesome. Try. We can just
we
try,
can
can't we?
try.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we
can't
we
we're
can't
not
make
there yet.
promises. We can't
Maybe
make
no,
promises.
maybe we're just not there yet. Okay.
No. How's your week been?
Well, first and foremost, I've still got this cold.
Yeah, you
Like,
sound better than you did last week though.
yes. So, like, I feel like I'm on the end of that, so that's good, but it's just a boring topic, but when you're poorly, like, it really does take you down and actually takes your mentality down of, like, your drive and everything,
Yeah,
so that took me down a little bit, but no, I feel like I'm on the end of it now, but I'm still sounding a little bit croaky, but I feel okay.
good.
And then, in terms of I think on the last pod, we touched on my relationship situation. That is now done. I'm smiling now because we have to be happy and we have
Yeah,
to be positive,
we don't
but
have to be happy, but I feel like
no, no, you do.
you're
Like,
doing very well at not being sad.
yeah, I think sometimes you cry behind closed doors.
Mm.
And I think, like, there's no, like, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Oh my God, I'm so
Oh my
sorry,
gosh,
pod.
she's so rude.
No, honestly, this is like
Honestly,
a Roy
she's a red
Keane.
flag.
This is a Roy Keane
Oh
moment.
my
Have you
god,
seen that?
no.
When Roy Keane, like, kicks off about someone, like, having their phone on.
Oh, and then he has his on.
Yeah, and it went off,
Do
so,
you know
like,
what? I well fancy Roy Keane. So
oh
fit.
my babe, you tell me that you don't like older
I've got a very
men.
specific type of older man. And actually they look very similar. Martin Kemp,
Relate.
everyone can get involved in that. Like, oh my god, that man is just so handsome. He's
Yeah.
fucking unreal. Yeah, we're not even gonna go there because 'cause it'll send me off, but and Roy Keane, like, I think it's his attitude as well,
I know,
though.
it's just, like, the straight face, isn't
Like,
it?
the straight face, the accent, the bad attitude.
Loving
Oh
it.
my god, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
he's
know.
like every man that I've ever wanted to date.
It's so saucy though, isn't it? It's
Oh,
like,
it's
oh,
just so fit.
you'd want to be like, try and, like, keep
Mhm.
myself, like, away
Mm.
from him, but actually you're just gonna, like, run forward and
Oh
be
my
like,
god.
"I bloody want you."
Yeah, and like Pierce Brosnan as well, he's
Right, we're going off piece, babe,
we've
because
immediately gone off each
yeah,
back to
literally.
you and your positive mental attitude.
Yeah, so, yeah, the relationship is now, like, it's done, it's over, and then it's a new year, new again, I've said this before, we can't do the new year new us, but fortunately, pod, I've got Chloe by my side who actually, like, really, like, supports me and a lot of other people around me, and it's actually made it easier because when you actually finally decide that that is over, it's not easy.
No.
So, yeah, the last week has been a little bit like, bump in the road, not bump in the road, like, quite a lot,
Mm.
but today,
Mhm.
what did I do?
Oh, what did you do today? I already know this. I'm like,
So the girl got a new job
"Yeah,
and she's flying high.
she's done it."
So, you know what? Forget about all of that. Leave that there. You can't make history come back to the normality that you want it to be.
No, no.
So let's just move. Like,
Yeah, we moved.
everything happens for a reason.
Mhm. It
So that
does.
is the end.
I do fully believe in that. I believe in universing at all
I know
times.
you're really big
Mm,
into that.
so into it. Like, yeah, I think, like, literally every single little thing happens for a reason. Like, well, you know what I think about the tarot and all that stuff.
Yes,
Like, yeah.
exactly. So this is what I'm looking at now. I'm like, right, okay, that's really bad, and that's a really, like, bad time for me, and I've had to, like, go through it, and I'm having to go through it. But equally, maybe it's just the right steps for the future.
Yeah.
So enough about me. Tell me about you, because I
Every
know this
week,
is like
every
chaos.
week I've got chaos. Do you know what? I wouldn't say chaos. Like, this week I've just been so busy. Like, I came back from Vegas, and then now I've just been like, straight back into work, which is really great because best job. But yeah, so basically all I've done this week is work, and go to sleep early because I'm trying
You're
to be
not
in
good
my
at that,
health.
are you?
I'm
Usually
terrible.
I'm
I'll stay up me till like 1, 2 in the morning and then wonder why I'm tired every day. And so I've been really trying to go to bed at like 10, half 10, and then I've actually been like getting up because I wanted to get back into like a routine. So I've been like getting up, walking a 5K, very boring, very wholesome. And
so you didn't like that.
no, well, and then yeah, I've got a date on Sunday.
Oh my gosh. Okay, right.
So
Come on, Claire.
yeah,
Spill the tea.
so when this goes out, I'll have already been on the date.
Okay,
'Cause it'll go
right.
out on Monday and the date's on Sunday. So next week I'll be able to give a proper update, but we're going to the aquarium, which is, like, really cute. Like, that's, like, a really fun date. Like,
Yeah.
like, that's, like, outside the box,
Yeah.
and, like, it's not just dinner and drinks, like, let's go for a drink, like, which is fine, like, I'm down for that as well, but I just think it's, like, a really fun little activity to do.
Yeah.
Bit different.
If you like whale spotting and
I like
shark
well,
spotting.
I love the aquarium because 'cause I'm actually a child. I find the aquarium, like, really fun. Yeah, we're going there Sunday afternoon
Sunday Avo. Okay,
and then probably
right.
get some dinner or something afterwards, so
And like, do we know about this character?
he's, like, 32,
Okay. So
so the
in the
same age
same
as
age
us.
bracket.
Yeah, he's very handsome. Don't know how I pulled that one out of the bag, but he's very, very handsome.
I mean, just
Oh, he's just my type to a
on
T.
paper. You
It's
need
like
to go on Love Island, you know.
oh, well, I'd have to get, like, a boob job or something before I went on there,
What are
but
you talking Right, enough of that
but
nonsense.
but he's, like, my type to a T, like, covered in tattoos, in a nice way.
Right, okay, I don't know all about this at all.
Well, I showed you a couple of pictures of it. I'll show you the pictures later.
Yeah, I need to see the full
Don't know
come
him,
on.
like, proper well. We've been, like, chatting, like, non-stop basically for the last, like, week.
Yeah, I know, because 'cause I've seen you online all the time. I'm like, "Why is she not fucking messaging me back?"
Yeah,
And then I see it online, I'm like, okay.
yeah,
Girl's got a new man,
yeah, so well, you
literally.
just never know what it's gonna be like though, do you? Like, you don't know what it's gonna be like in person, so obviously and I'm always, like, really skeptical because the trauma. So I'm always just like one of my friends has been telling me like, "Oh, yeah, just go for it," like, and I'm like, yeah, but the trauma, like, the trauma saying
No, you have to go for it for sure. You have to
yeah,
give it a chance, and, like, the aquarium idea sounds good, like
cute. So we're doing that on Sunday, and then the rest
but
of
don't overtalk before do you know what? Honestly, this is, like, really off piece here, but don't, like, overtalk before you actually
yeah,
have
because
that
then you're like
first date.
well, do you know what someone once said to me, and actually thinking back to how that situation ended, like, we were in the car and we were going on a date. We went, to this restaurant like, this place for, like, Sunday dinner, which was really cute at the time. But I was, like, in my happy little girl element there, but we went and we were in the car and we were talking, and, like and this is, like, the one text a day culprit,
Yeah,
criminal. That is a criminal, like,
we
there's over talking and then there's just, like, making no effort. But
texted it,
the
like,
one
"What?
text a day, like, I was, like, literally,
Your
like,
phone broken?"
yeah, one text a day. What is it, like a news update? Why are you sending me one text
Are
a
we
day?
back in, like, 1920 or
Like, it's
something?
anyway, that was really weird. So, but he said to me in the car, like, "Oh, yeah," like and I'm like at the time, I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I get that." But then actually thinking about it, I'm like, "That was just, like, an accountability dodge." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, well, if you text all the time, then you've got nothing to say in person." And I was like, "Well, that only happens if you're boring. I've always got something to say."
Yeah, but that's equally like, babe, right, we can talk for England,
Yeah,
both of us,
yeah,
but what I would say in regards to that is, with a new person, don't overslog it in the first instance because,
yeah.
like, equally, it's not that you won't have anything to talk about, you'll have just hyped each other up so much and you're like, "Oh my god, I really think I might like this guy,"
Mm.
and you've not even met them, and you might meet them and be like, "Oh god." Like, one
Imagine if
thing
that happened.
no, but literally one thing might get like, from if we look back at the start of this pod, what gives you the ick, you could literally be like, "Oh my god, this guy is like this and that and the other." I mean, and be like,
Ick.
"Those trainers, no,
Yeah, do you know what? That's actually
run."
fair. That is fair,
So
That is
don't
fair.
overtalk before you get
No.
there. Keep it consistent and, like, check in, but look, you've got the date, you've got it set in.
Yeah, it's all set in.
Yeah, but you don't need to be talking, talking, talking before it happens
No.
because you might get there and look, if you get there and you're like, "Oh my god, those trainers or that shirt is giving me the ick," just enjoy yourself and
Well, I'll be at the
literally
aquarium, so
look
I can't really
after
not enjoy myself.
no, exactly.
Imagine though, like, if it actually works out and then he, like, listens to this and then he's like
Then it'd be a laugh, like, because then he'd be
I
invested
know,
and he'd be
yeah.
like, "Oh,
'Cause
okay, you
he did
actually."
listen to the pod and he was like, "Oh, like, if it goes well, maybe I could come on the pod as, like, a guest." Yeah,
100%.
I know, I
Like,
was like, "Yeah,
they're
that'd be
all
really
about,
funny."
like, men coming on here,
I
like,
know.
literally, get involved. We want your opinion, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, I
Like,
really do. So,
so, steps.
this week we're here to talk about the men who vanish and then come back from the dead,
Oh, okay, yeah.
the Hey Stranger. So, like, why are these men from, like, a year ago that fumbled the bag liking my Instagram post at 1 a.m.? Like, what you doing? Why are you sliding in my DMs with a "Hey stranger"? What's that all about?
Do you know what I would
Mm.
love to know from a male perspective? Like, I'm asking the pod back here now, why they do that? Like, is
Well,
it because 'cause you're drunk? Is it 'cause, like, maybe you're a bit, like, lost in your own relationship? I'm not sure. But why are you doing that? Like, I don't get it because obviously I've had it of late, and I'm like, you wake up and you just look at, like, you one eye open and you, like, see these, like, notifications, Instagram, Instagram,
yeah.
and you're like, "What's that?" Like, I'm not sure. For me, I'm not overly active on Instagram. I'm like, why is that person like this at 1 a.m.? Like, why are you thinking about me at 1 a.m.?
Well, I did write this down. He's not back because he's in love, he's back because his other options have gone to bed.
Oh, dark, though.
It's fucking brutal, innit?
That is dark.
Like, why are you treating me like a browser tab? Sorry. Sorry. Like, how many tabs have you got open and why are you treating me like one of them?
No,
Please
but
don't.
you know what? There's two different sides of that, though. No, like that's kind of different with you and with me, because with you, maybe you've been like speaking to them more of recent, whereas with me, I'm like, hang on a minute, I've
Like,
not spoke to
years.
you for like, yeah, literally like a year and a
Years.
half. And then you pop up and as I say, I'm not active on Instagram. Even like literally my last post was like months and months ago. And it's like from pictures that are like so long ago. And I'm like, what were you like? How am
What were
I on
you
your
doing?
mind?
Yeah.
But I actually like that's quite flattering. I'm
Well,
on your
yeah.
mind.
Well, but is it?
Oh, like, how have I even come into your memory? But I know how it is. It's because we've been posting very actively,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, on
then
the
people are
pod.
like, "Oh my
Oh,
god,"
yeah, go and have a
and they've
look.
seen our posts and our videos and so on, and they're like, "Oh, they're like cool." Like
They're
they're
cool
yeah, cool.
chicks.
I was like trying to say cool chicks. Like they actually are cool chicks. I have a laugh. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you remember who I am now, right? So quite diverse again, but I think most of our conversations are.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so you're talking about people who have dropped you out for maybe like a couple of weeks or months that are popping back in. I'm talking about years, and I'm like, "Hi, remember me?" Like, yeah, I'm here,
Yeah.
but they just, I don't know what are they doing in that situation.
Well,
So, what do you think?
so I wrote down the "Hey stranger" and "How have you been?" Like he didn't evaporate mid-conversation. Now, this is, like, very relatable. So, like, this is the terms that we're gonna be talking about, and I've written them down just so that we're all on the same page. Ghosting. We all know what that is.
Yeah,
Disappearing, no explanation. Happened to me recently, as you know. Um,
that's
this
it.
one's a good one.
Yeah, come on.
Zombieing.
Yeah, I
So
saw that on
you've
this
got
script. I'm
yeah.
like, go on, tell me what that is.
So they've come back after they've ghosted you. So they've risen from the dead like a zombie. They've dug
Because
themselves out of the coffin they put themselves in after they fumbled you, and they've risen from the dead and come back.
so is that an actual term?
That's an actual term, yeah. I
Right.
didn't just make that up.
Right.
Then
Okay.
there's the other classic, the classic orbiter, who basically watches all your stories, likes all your posts, and hovers around but never says anything. So you like they ghosted you, but then they still hover around watching your Instagram stories like a fan. Yeah. So yeah, they're hovering around on your Instagram like they are your biggest fan. Got one of them and all, I know. And then breadcrumbing, the classic tiny bits of contact, trying to keep you interested, trying to keep you hanging on to a hook. Well, because I think I probably come into contact with these kind of people a lot more because you're like not as I'm very much all over Instagram all the time, constantly posting and like chatting to people and always on there. So I think this probably happens to me. I'm sure. I mean, it happens to my friends as well. I'm not like it happens to everybody, but it's literally happened to me today. So like that's the definitions of what we're gonna be talking about for the rest of this pod.
Okay. 'Cause I'm, like, quite concerned now. Because 'cause I'm like, some of these I'm just not aware of.
Yeah,
So,
well,
make me aware, please.
oh, yeah, well, I think, like, it's one of those things because you were aware of it and, like, I'll, like, screenshot something and put it in the like, I have, like, the I told you about the three-person girls group chat, which is just hilarious, but and I'll screenshot something, just, like, no context and put it in the group chat, and they know. Like, they're like, "Oh my god, like, how is this happening?" So I did that this morning, and they were like, "No." Like, "Why? What?" So shall I just tell the story?
Go on, because then it'll make it easier for me to, like, relate. Because Chloe has so many stories, let me tell you, so
Yeah.
it's actually quite hard to keep up
Yeah, that
with
does
her
make me
life.
sound, like, really bad, but they're all not, like, like, not all of these stories have happened, like, in the last,
No.
like, year. I'm talking, like, this I'm 31 years old, like, this is, like, years and years of terrible experience that, I'm bringing. So
I'm
so
praying.
this morning well, no, I'll start from the beginning. So
Right, go from the top.
I was from the top, I was seeing someone for a few months during this year who this is the one text today. So, basically, like, things were actually going okay. I was pretty chilled, and then he basically started acting like a bit of a dick, and eventually he went just completely ghost until I then bumped into him,
Yeah.
and then he texted me to try and, like, arrange
This
some
girl
sort
is
of I don't know what it was. I think, like, maybe he just, like, wasn't feeling it. Absolutely fine. Like, I'm like, "Okay, cool. That's totally fine." But just say that, I'm really, like, not gonna take it personally. I took his behaviour personally because he didn't do that,
mhm.
because he was fucking rude. So, he basically then ghosted me again, and I just then felt like an idiot for even, like, giving him the time of day. Does that make sense? So, he, like, texted me after he'd seen
Well,
me,
we've discussed this,
ghosted
yeah.
me again, made me feel like an idiot again, and so I just thought, "Oh, bollocks." So, then we didn't speak for a month, maybe. Do you reckon it was that long? Probably not. Maybe it was a few weeks,
Like, yeah, maybe 3,
and
roughly,
I was like
yeah.
I wouldn't say that I was, like, really upset about it, like, I was just put out. I was just like, "That's just shit
You just
behaviour."
seem like a no man's land, aren't you, at
Yeah,
that
yeah, and
point?
there's, like, no
You're like,
closure.
yeah,
So you're like, "Oh,
100.
like, what have I done?" Thinking it's me, clearly
That's the
wasn't.
worst place to get in,
Yeah, it's
like, "Is it
horrible.
me?
Yeah,
Like, what have I done?
yeah.
Go on, continue, please, because I wanna hear the end
So
of
then
this."
obviously went to like, he was, like, liking my post on Instagram, and I was like, "Eh?" I was like, "I thought we were, like, not." I was like, "What's going on here?" Like, you hadn't spoke to me. I thought you were ghosting me. I was quite surprised that he hadn't unfollowed me, to be honest.
But when you were saying that to me about, like, "Oh, how's he not unfollowed me?" I was like, "But he's got no reason. You've done nothing
No,
wrong."
no, but at the time I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, but if you've, like, ghosted someone and you kinda know that you have, you just sort of, like, unfollow them, right?" Anyway, so and then he, like, popped back up again, like, sent me a message, like, a really random message, and I was actually in Vegas, and I was sat with my mate, and I was like, "Look at this," and he was like, "What, are you gonna reply to that?" And I was like, "Well, I don't really know." And then obviously me being me, and we'll talk about this a little bit later on as to why we like it when they come back. So I was like, "Oh, alright." 'Cause I still fancy him, right? I think he's fair. Like, he's fair, and do you know what? Me and him did actually get along, which is what really did my fucking head in, to be honest. Because I was like, "Why are you being like this?" But he's just emotionally unavailable,
I'm just
so
looking for a bit of chocolate for this 'cause it's just like, keep going,
yeah,
honestly.
so then that happened. So then we were talking for, like, a week again, and I wasn't really thinking, I was just kinda like, "Okay, we'll just see what happens with this." And then he basically I arrived back in the country, and he disappeared again. So that was that situation, but
Mhm.
he is one type of many that pop back up. So, like, the first one, the "Hey stranger."
Oh my
Like,
god.
that message is the worst, isn't it? Like, what an ick that is. "Hey stranger." And sometimes with
Do you know what though?
the
But
emoji that's like,
but
oh,
have you said that to someone before? Because I think I have.
I probably have, yeah. I haven't not like when after I've ghosted him though.
No, I think it's when they've ghosted you and they come back and I've
Oh, yeah,
gone,
but I feel like you're saying that in, like, a sarky
"Yeah,
bitch way.
yeah."
Yeah, 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 but that's fine.
I think that's totally fine. So what you're
Completely.
saying is they, like, ghost you and they pop back in.
Saying, "Oh, hey
Oh,
stranger,
okay.
like, how are you?" Which to
Mm.
me just translates as
Offensive.
well, it's offensive, but also it's just I want your attention, but I don't want any accountability. I don't wanna take any accountability for, like,
For
what I
what I've
did.
done, yeah. I think we need to actually, on this pod, actually start getting jail cards out.
Oh, I think we should
Like,
get, like, little red flags.
no, but red, yellow, green.
Yeah, that's quite a good idea. Shall I order
Yeah,
some?
100%, I
Okay,
think so.
I'll order. Have you seen that guy on, TikTok that runs around with that giant flag?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we should get someone to do that. I could attach one to the dogs and get them
Yeah,
to run
just get the
past.
dogs running around. But no, 100%, like, that for me,
Yeah, but why do they say stranger?
when
Like,
they've been the stranger,
yeah, like, you're
that's so
like, "I didn't
rude.
move to fucking Mars." Like, what do you mean?
It's so
What are
rude.
you talking about? "Hey, stranger." You're the reason that I'm a stranger.
Yeah, no, I'm not about that. Like, if you say that
No.
back to them, like, okay, because then you're popping back into their DMs and whatever.
Yeah.
But if a dog's okay,
Yeah, dogs are okay. Dogs are
featuring
cute.
dogs here. Um, but yeah, like if someone calls you and they've just like kind of like popped off, and they call you and they're like, "Hi, you okay?" And I'm like, "All right, stranger." Whereas if they pop up back to you and they ghosted you first, no.
Yeah, so there's them. Then there's the lurker. Like, there's always a lurker. I have a lurker. Someone who basically, like, you went on a few dates with, watches all your stories. And this is a classic one for you because this actually happened. Likes a post from, like, years ago at 1 a.m., but never says anything to you. Like, doesn't message you, doesn't say anything, but is always, like, watching what you're doing.
But this is the thing, like, for me, it doesn't bother me because I'm just thinking, "What the hell?" Like, I wake up to see it and I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah,
Like, you are literally not on my mind, and even though you've done that and then you become on my mind in the morning, like, you are not on my mind.
immediate
Like,
forgotten.
I'm just like, "Right, okay, you were obviously pissed. That's
Yeah.
fine."
Mhm.
But, like, how have we or anyone else come into your mind at that point in time?
Yeah.
So, like, the lurker, it's like, what are you looking for at that time of night?
Well,
Like, it happens,
you know they're gonna do the classic "you up" message.
oh my god, don't talk to me about, "Hey,
Classic.
B." No, 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 we don't do
Oh, little
that.
puppy. Come here. Come and sit here. No,
Mhm.
got a very needy dog here, interrupting. So yeah, there's that one, the classic. I actually wrote here.
So
No,
tell me, sorry, before I interrupt there,
go
like,
on.
well, I am interrupting. Have you had the "you up"?
Oh yeah, I get you ups like on a reg. I get
Um,
loads of you ups.
and
That
what
makes me sound like a twat, but I do like on like a Saturday night. I'll wake up on a Sunday morning normally to at least one. Like,
no. And what are they expecting at that time of
well, I
night?
don't know because also I live with my parents. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? I'm gonna fucking like, sneak out my bedroom window like a 16-year-old, do you know what I mean? What like, no. Yeah,
Where are these people coming
well, it's just, like,
from?
people that are, like, you've either, like, met from around or, like, you've been on a couple of dates with them or whatever, and, like, they're just taking the chances.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so fine, but I wrote I wrote here, "He's not reconnecting, he's checking if you're still available like a table on open table." Classic. Well, are you trying to make a reservation, hon?
I can't even deal with some of
I
these
know.
lines.
The
Oh my
day
god, like,
honestly, he's like, "When?"
li
Like, I sit at home thinking I'm well funny writing this, I am, but, like, I sit at home like, so the next one is the apology tourist.
Sorry.
Like, it's someone that comes back and goes, "Oh, I'm really like, I'm sorry, like, I just wasn't in a good place." Like, "Were you in hospital?
Did you die?
Did you die?"
Did you die?
Yeah. So and they're the ones that that's such a red flag for me. Like, what are you apologising for? Like, you're not being specific. You're not saying
'Cause
specific. You're not being specific. Do you know, someone said that to me the other day, like, "Yeah,
no!
yeah, yeah." Like, about the pod, and he was like, "Oh, try not to say specific instead of specific." And I was like, "Oh my god, you listen to the pod." Like,
Oh, loving that.
yeah,
Okay, so go on.
yeah. So it's, just like the apology, no, not saying, I'm back and I'm gonna do things differently." Like, it's just basically been like, "Sorry, but I'm gonna do the same thing again if you reply to me." Sick.
Just embarrassing,
Yeah,
just,
isn't it?
like, no explanation, like, "Oh, I've tapped out for whatever reason, and then now I just wanna hop back in." No, we're not doing that. We're not here for that. Explain yourself. If something's gone on, for
Oh,
sure
yeah,
as
if
hell,
it's like a reasonable explanation,
yeah, like,
fine.
if, like, things happen in life,
Yeah,
we
of
all have
course.
things that happen, but equally, then if you're gonna tap back in,
Mm,
then explain why you went a bit AWOL or
Yeah.
ghosted or whatever, and then maybe you can be like, "Right, okay, I'll allow that or I won't." Whereas just going, "Oh, I had, like, things going on," or, without explaining it.
Well, basically, it just means you were dating another girl and you thought that was gonna work out and then it didn't and now you're back.
Well, if that's the analogy of it, I'll
Well, that's how I
maybe
would take it. Maybe that's just me being suspicious, but, like,
suspicious minds.
well, so there's that old classic. Then there's the seasonal spinner, cuffing season, winter, you know what it's like.
Oh, don't
I thought
know.
that oh,
You
right.
have been affected
I've
by
been
this.
I've been affected like the fucking flu with this, I
Oh my
swear to
god,
God.
you actually got that.
Yeah, so
That flu.
that was all going, like, all hunky dory, right? And then it
Mm,
came up to, like, coming up to Christmas time.
yeah, and I told you
Yeah, but
about
yeah,
this.
but you did tell me you told me what you thought, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not sure that he's like that anymore." And yeah, so
You
basically,
wrote that story.
so everything's going really well, like, when there's nothing going on, and then it comes up to Christmas, and then they're
If they're a
like
boyo as well, and they've got a big team of lads, and they think they're all boyos, like Christmas time, woman, oh, which party you choosing, which night? Literally, there's
yeah,
probably 14 nights in between Christmas and New Year that somebody's got something going off. And if they're down for it, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there, and then I'm part of the team.
yeah.
So you're not part of that then?
No. So then
No.
I didn't get a look in, and
No.
basically it was basically from Christmas do season
Mhm.
to basically the new year is what happened, right? So it was like 10 days before Christmas until the first week of January, complete silence. Like that's when we fell out and then all
Radio
of that and
silence,
blah blah blah.
literally.
And yeah, and I'm like, now I've been a victim of cuffing season and I put some men don't want a girlfriend, they want a blanket. So yeah,
You can't be the January blanket. We're just not
absolutely
doing that.
not.
We've got to laugh about this,
Absolutely not.
otherwise we would cry.
Yeah, do you know what? Like
Like, we have to
it
laugh.
was bad. Like, get a fucking grip. And the next one, the ego checker, the one that goes, "Oh, I was just thinking about you. Just thinking of you. Why? Why are you thinking of me?" Like, all they wanna do is just check that you're gonna reply. Like,
That's so psycho, though.
but it's honestly like,
Really, that is actually psycho
well,
behaviour.
yeah,
It's just like, basically, I'm just checking, like, you are still there.
yeah.
Are you still alive? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
still
yeah,
alive. You know I'm alive.
yeah.
But are you still, like,
They just want you to
available to talk to me?
they just want
No.
you to be thinking of them.
Well,
Like,
next.
next. You're boring. Then the classic one that I've changed.
No, because this I can't. No, please, honestly, tell me someone who said this to you. Tell me a scenario.
What, where someone says they've
Yeah,
changed? Okay.
right. Honestly, hit me up. 'Cause I'm so ready for this. I am
Have you got
absolutely
one?
no, but I'm ready for your
Oh,
story.
right. Oh, I've got a story for everything, me. Anything that's happened.
No, tell me this
So what
story.
happened
Like
was,
how?
so I went on when I lived down south, it was like a couple of years ago. I went on a date with a guy that was in the army.
Right,
So he like travelled up from like his army base was like a couple of hours away from me, right?
right.
And do you know what? He kind of looked like Sam Fender, which I think is what got me. Like he was quite a good looking guy, younger
You
than
just
me.
love the aesthetics, babe. You need to start looking for
Yeah.
the personalities.
Well, he didn't have one. He was younger than me. Uh, and basically, so we went on this date and blah blah blah. And it like we had a good time. Yeah, fine, whatever. Probably would have seen him again. Like thought he was quite nice. And it was so then basically I just like never heard from him. So I was like, I'll be like he texted me a couple of times and then it just kind of went silent. So I was like, I'm not that bothered, whatever, it's fine. It just happens. Like this is the way of the world now. Like ghosting is normal. So I was just like, okay, I'm quite resilient. I bounce back pretty easily. So I was just like, whatever. And he literally texts me. When was it that I went to flying pizza with the girls? Like it
That
wasn't
was only like 2 weeks ago.
right. So I've
Yeah.
not heard from him. This was like a year ago, maybe more. If it wasn't last summer, it was the summer before.
Right.
So that's like 18 months. And I've not
So,
heard from him since. I forgot that he was alive. Like, genuinely forgot that he existed even the year. So basically, sent me a text. He sent the classic, the like, hey stranger text.
ah, my
And
lord.
so I just replied and I was like, sorry, but like, why have you text me? Like, you ghosted me. Why have you text me? And he was like, oh, no, no, no. Like, he's like done all of these. He went through him. He's like, oh, I was in a bad place. Like, I was just like, like, I wasn't really thinking, blah, blah, blah. But like, I'm different now.
Oh, how old is this punter?
He'll be like 28, I
Oh,
guess.
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, "So why?" I was like, "How are you different?" I was like, "Have you been to therapy? Like, how are you actually different from what you were 18 months ago? And like,
And he actually
why did
said,
you
like, "I've
ghost me? Like, are
changed."
you gonna actually apologize for that, or are you just gonna not? Are we just gonna ignore that? Like, and you expect me to just come crawling back?" And then he messaged me like, um, "Oh, can we FaceTime?" And I
And
was
this is
like,
at what time of night or
"No,
day?
like, it was like, it was when I was out, so it was like."
You went out
It
in
was
the
like
afternoon?
afternoon, but I obviously I'd had like a few wines, so I was cocky. So I didn't give a shit, so I was just replying and being a bit of a knobhead.
As
'Cause
you do, babe.
well, yeah, but I'd got a bit
Yeah, she's a law into herself, this
I'd got a
woman.
bit cocky, so but and I just thought I didn't so I just did not reply to that. I've just left it hanging.
Can we FaceTime? What?
I was like, "Why?"
And then what
Then
since?
that was it. And then he ain't contacted me since. I was like, "Oh, yeah, you
Oh,
proper changed, didn't
okay.
you?"
Right, yeah. See ya.
So that was that.
That's a no.
It is a no.
That's 100%. Like, Chloe, I wouldn't even entertain
No, I
that.
haven't. I've never spoken to him
Like,
since.
block delete.
Yeah,
Straight up done.
100%. So the next bit is about these people that come back, why did they disappear in the first place? So I've written some reasons which we can discuss.
Hmm.
First one, avoiding discomfort. They go ghost because they are incapable of having a conversation with someone about why they've disappeared. Or like why they don't feel like it's working or whatever, but they're incapable of having that conversation like an adult, so they just don't. Like, they're trying to, like, dress it up as, "Oh, I didn't wanna hurt you," by saying, "I wasn't interested," or whatever, but it's actually I think it's worse to go ghost. It's worse.
I agree 100%. I think, like, on a level, like, if something pisses you off, whether it's family, friendship, relationship, like, I'm not being funny. Maybe it's because 'cause we're a bit older than our age, like, in our
Mm,
head, but, like, just say it. And, like, do you know what? This is so, like, cliche to say it, but the first cut is the deepest, like, literally. So if I said to you, like, "Right, like, I don't like your actions. I
mhm,
don't like how you're behaving." But that's it, I'm not gonna, like, fall out with you over it.
mm,
Then you make a choice, right? "Oh my god, I amend my actions," or, "Right, okay, fuck you, like, you're not part of my life."
yeah,
But I don't feel like, to be honest, I again, don't wanna, like, close in on men, but I feel like they don't, like, have the balls, which is mad, pardon the pun, that
yeah.
they can't say to you, "Right, I'm not feeling this." Okay, and they long it out, and that makes
Oh,
it
the slow
so much,
fade.
yeah, it just makes it so much worse because the girl's still constantly trying to be invested and being like, "Huh, like, can I," like, somebody said something to me actually, this was yesterday, right? You know when you look at a duck, right,
What?
right, on a duck on water,
Yeah.
right, and they're just like,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
do you know what they're doing underneath? Paddle, 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 right? But they look so calm. So it's called, like,
Yeah.
hence this phrase, like, treading water.
Mm,
Right? Us women, we're like, try and make it look cool and but we're just trying, "Oh my god, what can I do next? What, like, how can I make this work?"
mm.
Whereas men, their brain, actually, again, I actually referenced you as well because you said, "Oh, my head is up my ass." I've never heard that term.
Oh, I say that all the
See,
time.
I don't understand that.
Well, it's like
But
when I can't think, I'll go, "My head's up
yeah,
my arse."
exactly,
Yeah.
right? It's like men are like that, but they're not actually like going, "Right, okay." They're trying to, like, look like it's running smoothly, whereas we're paddling for them. Whereas if they just said, "Right, I don't even know where I'm at. I'm not sure. I don't know how
Yeah.
to deal with this." Then we turn around and be like, "Right, can we help? Can we do something? If we can, we will, and we'll try
Yeah,
always.
yeah.
Otherwise, like, move on. Just give us the honesty from the
Yeah.
start."
Well, I think this is what it is with this. It's like when they come back, it's like you think you've moved on, right? And then they come back and you're like, oh. So the next one I put, they like the benefits but not the responsibility. So they'll
Mm,
like they like the
yeah.
attention, they like flirting with you, they like the intimacy, like they like you, coming round to fucking have sex with them and all that good stuff that you do when you're seeing someone, but they don't want to commit. There's no clarity with it.
But that's just friends with benefits then, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's a situationship, isn't it?
Yeah, well, then we've already addressed we don't do that.
So, but do you think like it's like some people treat early dating like a free trial. It's like the first 3 months are like the free trial instead of in and I because I think this happens quite often. And I think it's good to get to know someone and then make a decision, but also be clear about that, right? So, you know.
I think from my perspective on that, I think 3 months is a lot.
Well,
Like,
I think really you should know where you're heading after, like, a few dates. Like, you should
yeah,
know
so
kind of,
then
like, where your mindset is with that person,
but, like,
either.
I don't think no, I don't think you should be allowing 3 months. I think, like, you should be going exactly what you've just
Especially if
said.
you're seeing someone every week for 3 months.
To be honest, when on the start of dating, okay, right, you're on the first date, it's one date, right, you
Yeah.
like each other, okay, so you wanna see them the next week, okay, so then you work around both of your diaries and, like, your schedules, okay, so then you see them again, but if you really get the feels for them, you wanna probably see them a little bit
Yeah,
more,
yeah, yeah.
and then it moves quicker, a lot quicker, and you can end up being, like,
Yeah, because if you're
seeing
seeing someone, like, 2 or 3 times a week,
yeah, then at that point
I think if I'm staying over at your house, like, I'm your girl, like, I wanna be your girlfriend.
yeah, like, well, I think that at that point, like, I mean, I personally am a person who I want them to say, yeah, like, will you be, not like, oh, will you be my girlfriend as if it's a proposal,
Yeah, I quite like
oh,
that.
yeah, I need them to say
Do you know
that
what? No
because
one's ever actually asked me that, you know?
oh,
Oh, that's really
it's
sad.
sad,
Even when I was,
but
like, younger, like, obviously I had, like, a very long-term relationship from being, like, 16 till I was, like, in my early 20s, and, like, I think he just, like, introduced me as his girlfriend one day and then that was it.
no, I'm not, no.
Yeah, like, that's sad,
Do
isn't
you
it?
know what, that's where it comes with, like, chivalry.
Yeah, yeah,
Chivalry?
chivalry.
Yeah, chivalry? Chivalry is dead
Yeah,
because, like, actually, like, somebody should say to you,
that's
just in
really sad, isn't
private,
it?
like,
Oh, yeah,
oh,
yeah, it doesn't have to be,
like,
like, a big thing. It's
no,
not a big
but, like,
deal.
you don't have to say, "Oh, will you be my girlfriend?" But, "Will you be mine?" And you'd be like, "Oh, what do you mean?" Like, girls are so, like, smitten
Oh,
and cute,
yeah, I think that's really nice.
and,
That's
like,
never happened to me. That's
but
proper
that
tragic, innit? I need to
it's
dip.
not,
Make
it
better
is.
choices.
No, no, it is tragic that that's not happened to you, but, like, actually, the last relationship that I was in, I said to him, he was like, "Well, what do you want me to do? Ask you to be my girlfriend?" And I was like, "Yeah, period." And we were in the lakes, and I was like, that was, like, before we went, and he was like, and everything was going really, really good. It was at that time, everything was still good, and I just, like, gave him the look. I was like
Are you gonna ask me then?
like, it was all, like, so perfect, and I was like, "Well, am I yours?" And then he was like, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" I'm like,
Oh,
"Yes." And it was so sweet after that, and I was like, "All you needed to say is, 'Do you want to be my girlfriend?' Or you can put it a different way, 'Do you want to be my partner?' Like, are we together? Are we, like, official, but you're mine?" Like, a girl needs that.
that's really cute.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna make some notes, and if the Sunday date goes well, I'm gonna feed this back as like a, "You come on." To be fair, to me, he seems like the kind of guy that would probably do that, but we're reserving
just
judgment.
word for men here, right? Okay, please, like, don't do it if you're not ready for it. But if you are ready for it, don't be scared to say to us, right, would you be my girlfriend or would you be my partner?
I
Or
think girls in their head, have moved the relationship on a lot quicker than men do.
correct.
Like, I think it takes men, like, a lot longer to be ready.
But once you're ready, don't hold back.
But no, because I
Honestly,
think if a girl's, like, put up with you for, like, 3 months, like, she's invested.
3 months is way too far, babes. I give it 6 weeks and then I'm like, right, what you doing?
Yeah, because to
But
be fair, I think I was, like, very invested in that other situation.
way too much. Like,
Yeah,
when you told me from the start, you're like, "Oh, this has been going on 3 months," and I'm like, "Right, so where we at?" Like,
and it
oh
was the same as it was at month 1.
yeah, I was like, "Are we, like, dating every day?" And you're like, "Oh, we're living down the road from each other and stuff," and I'm like, "Right,
I didn't
so
even see him, like, during the week or
mad,
anything.
mad,
Fucking
mad
weird.
scenes."
Yeah,
Yeah,
so but again, be like, the benefit's not the responsibility. So that's my thing.
there we
So,
go.
reason number 3 as to why people go choice overload. We've spoke about this, like, a few times on here. It's like, you've got dating apps if you're on them. You've got Instagram, which is now, like, the new dating app.
Better not have stolen all of
I
this.
haven't. I've had one of them pink ones.
Put
Um,
put this on the pod. You know, when Chloe steals all of my faves and
yeah, no,
pops.
that was bad from to be fair, there was only two strawberry creams, so if you've eaten 2 since I
Liar.
said that, that was one
No,
there, babe.
don't.
So yeah, then I
You're
think
like
choice overload, so as I pointed out several times, the biggest ick ever is going on a guy's Instagram following, and you're actually quite good at you don't really look at Instagram, so you're actually quite, like, you don't see all this stuff, but it's like going on his following, and he's just, like, following so many and
oh,
listen,
shit.
the lash tech, like, "Are you a lash tech?" But it's do you know what? And it's not even, like, a slate on the girls because these are all, like, stunning girls. you do you, babe, like, you look fucking stunning. I wish I was following you, I'm obsessed with you." But you think, "Well, come on, like, use your brain." Like, you know how he's dipping in and out of if someone's dipping in and out of, like, your DMs, chances are he's dipping in and out of, like, 4, 5, 6 other people, like
But, like, I get what you like, but what are they doing, like, when they're dipping into the DM? What are they wanting? Are they
well, this is
so
it, emotionally unavailable because they like the benefits, not the responsibility, so they like the attention that they
yeah,
get.
that's what I'm thinking. Is it, like, boost my ego?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
what are you
yeah.
gonna actually do with it? Are you gonna take that girl on a date? Are you gonna bring her home or what?
Well, he took me on a date.
How many no.
Exactly, exactly, and then it's that whole thing of, like, the classic line of, "Oh, I've not, like, dated anyone for ages." Yeah, that's fucking obvious. Can see that from the way you fucking behave, bruv. Jesus Christ. That old chestnut, the Instagram following, the Tinder swiping, that's what a lot of people ghost because of that, because they'll see something shiny and new, something better, and then they disappear. Whereas I kinda like I'll talk about this in a minute. So reason number 4, emotional immaturity.
Ugh, don't not
Like,
deal,
that is an absolute classic, it happens all the time.
does it?
Yeah,
I don't even allow it to happen.
but people are so emotionally immature. Some people are just like it's like they've just never had a jot of empathy for anyone in their life. Like, can you like? Because I don't think I've ever actually ghosted someone. I just haven't done it. Like, I'll always say, "Oh, I just don't think it's a vibe," and like they just don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not bothered how that behavior impacts you. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. They'd be honest, and but they're not emotionally intelligent or like mature enough
To be able to
to be
do
able to
that,
do
yeah,
that. So there's that, and then the classic avoidant attachment
oh,
patterns.
right.
We spoke about at this for about an hour last week.
Yeah,
Um, so as soon as they get any real feelings or they think it's going somewhere, they just disappear because they can't cope with it. But what I will say is not every person that ghosts is avoidant. Like we spoke about this last week, like some people are just fucking rude.
I think there's, like, no care there then, is
No,
there? No sense of anything.
no,
So if you can do that, then fine, like,
yeah,
I'm sorry, what happened in your upbringing?
this is it.
Poor
So some
childhood.
people are just really, really fucking rude.
I think I know that, like,
Mm,
it's like,
well, yes.
yeah,
Yes, you do.
why would that be happening otherwise?
Yeah, very true. So the next part is about why they come back.
Ooh,
And, like, we have talked
saucy.
about this a little bit, but this is such a classic, and, like, I can relate to, like, to be honest, all of these. So, the lonely or bored. The motive is the lonely or the bored, so they think, "Oh, do you know what I'll do? I'll go back and talk to Chloe because she was always nice to me." Like, they don't actually miss you, they're just sat at home, bored as
Yeah, needing a
fuck,
bit of attention.
want a bit of attention or want you to come round, and then they'll just do it again.
Yeah,
So
you just like,
well,
next,
I'll say
go on,
my little piece at the
hit
end of
me up.
this. Rejection elsewhere, which is like I think this is pretty common. So like if you're talking to like 3 or 4 people, which like most of these people that behave like this usually are talking to more than one person, they think they've got something better. Or they think, "Oh, well, she's
So
like"
they're weighing up their options.
yeah, or they'll think like, "Oh, she's like prettier than her," or she's like yeah,
I
that's
think
dating though, innit? Like that's it's brutal,
oh
especially
my
if you're a
god.
dickhead. Like you just you're judging it all based on stuff like that. Like
Aesthetics,
yeah, but
like,
everybody judges it like that. Like the whole of the world is aesthetically judged now, isn't it? Like it's
maybe
like
I'm just one of a kind.
maybe you are.
'Cause I don't do like, I literally don't see people like
Like
that.
yeah, but you've got to find someone attractive.
Yeah, but skin is like beauty is skin deep, sorry.
Yeah, but I know, but to like when you don't know someone, you've got to at least like look at them and think, "Oh, you're quite attractive."
Yeah, but then if you're doing it on, like, profiles and stuff like that, then you have to look at images, whereas if you actually get out into the dating world, then you might be like, "Oh, they want really a bit of me," and then he starts chatting to you, and you're like, "Oh, dear, I kinda like this guy, he's got the
Well,
gift of the gab."
yeah, I do think the gift of the gab is very important.
Exactly,
Like
but
I could talk about a situation where somebody managed to woo me with the gift of the gab. I can't talk about it. I would love to talk about it on this pod, and I cannot.
well, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I absolutely that's like a full like I don't leave a lot of stuff off limits.
Yeah, no, I
None
know
of
the
my
spec.
life is off limits apart from that very specific
Yes, I understand
situation.
the assignment there.
Yeah. So he got humbled by someone else, so he come back. That's the rejection thing. So someone else was like, "Nah, not asked," and so he's come back to you because he knows that you'll reply like you liked him. Classic.
Well, if that's classic and that's normal, straight
Oh,
away you
mate,
should be like,
you're, like, so out of the dating
"I'm
world
so
that
out of it,
like, to
babes."
me, I'm reading this and I'm just thinking, "Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, you're telling me things that I feel like a child, I feel like I'm at school.
Yeah.
I'm like, "This isn't normal."
Yeah." I feel like a teacher.
Yeah, but then
I'm
you shouldn't be
imparting
allowing all
wisdom.
this to be
I'm
normal.
imparting wisdom on you. So the next one is nostalgia. So this is actually really interesting. So like, they think they forget all like the bad bits and like, all like, they remember all the good times. Like, oh, I'll see what she's doing. This recently happened to me, did it not?
Right?
And someone came back like into my life, and I think we both were a bit guilty of the nostalgia because it was like, we'd gone out when we were like 16 or something, like
Mhm.
15, 16, and yeah, it was very evident after a little while that, like, we just are very different people now, and you're, like, trying to make something work, like, in an environment where it's just not it just would never have worked because 'cause we're just different people, we have different outlooks on life. I want different things out of life.
I actually do think that's, like, quite a classic thing though, like, it's, like, holding on to, like, the thought of maybe that could work,
Yeah, like the
and
fantasy.
yeah, it is, like, it's quite, like, a cute story and, like, "Oh my god, if it did work," and
Yeah.
you as you say, you want it to work, but it's just, like, it's not there, but you're not wrong. I actually don't think that's a bad thing, like, to try and, like, give it a one last whirl
No,
because
and then
I
they'll call you a narcissist.
well, that's not okay. No, we don't do that, Claire. Like,
No.
so that shouldn't have happened, and that did happen,
Yeah.
and we're not okay with that. But equally, both of you trying to like relive and make it work
Yeah.
from when you were like teenagers and youth and so on. Like, I really don't think that's a bad thing that you tried, and I was like full on supportive of you
Yeah,
on that one.
I think everyone was quite like, "Oh, like this if this worked, it'd be really good," but do you know what? Like, we are just very different people now.
And look, that happens.
He's also, like, a very strong personality in that, like, he has his own views and, like, he's quite unwavering on those, whereas when I was, like, 16, I was probably quite, like, malleable like that. I was probably quite I didn't really have I think I didn't have the confidence to, like, challenge back, and I think that's why that situation ended in that argument about me being a narcissist because I was like but it's just because I was like, "Alright, I'll challenge her because I don't care." I'm not bothered if this doesn't work, like, I'm not being in a situation where I'm unhappy, so, like, I'm not being spoken to like that, therefore whereas, like, when I was 16, I probably would have put up with that.
But
So,
this is what we're here for. We're here for learning and
learning
growing,
and learning.
okay?
Yeah.
Like,
So,
that's what you gotta you go through. No, you
grow
grow
through what
through
you
what you
go
go
through.
through.
Oh my god, you love a one-liner of wisdom, you. You've always got, like, a proper good one-liner. So motive number
And a
4,
bit of chocolate on the
this is
surfer
so
there.
classic. This is
Right?
the this is what has happened to me. They saw you thriving.
Oh god.
You posted the glow up.
Yeah,
You've got a new job. You've gone traveling. You look happy. So what do?
straight back in.
Like I wrote down here, nothing summons a ghost like a woman doing well. And it's so fucking true. Like I know this probably better than fucking anybody because
Babes, I'm on the same page.
well, I wouldn't even call it a glow up. Like I've just well, I say this all the time. Like I lost a lot of weight. Right. I started kind of like looking after myself better. I started getting my hair done properly again. Like I started, just doing all this stuff and like doing things for me. I started a podcast. Like, do you know what I mean? I have like a couple of side hustles. I have a really good job. The amount of fucking people that try to slide back in after they saw the glow up is unbelievable. Like people I've known for years, people that I've known since I was like 15, people that I've known since I was, like at uni, blah, blah, ridiculous.
I find that, like,
It's offensive.
it's no, it's really unattractive though, actually.
Well, yeah,
Like,
because I'm like, oh right, so you didn't want me when I was fat.
no, but, like,
Uh,
don't say that about yourself,
no, but
but, like,
it's true. But this is why I'm always really suspicious of people that slide in my DMs.
but I am like, "That is so offensive, that's so rude, like, who do you think you are?" Like,
Yeah,
just, "Oh god, they look great now."
slide in.
But do you know what? If they can't love you at your worst, they don't deserve you at your
No,
best.
because I'm always very conscious of this now as well. Because obviously, like people that didn't know me didn't know me before. Obviously, I'm like fair enough. Like if you didn't know me before, I lost all the weight, then fine, like whatever. For people especially people that have known me since I was like a teenager, have had me on social media the entire time, and then all of a sudden now I've lost 7 stone, they slide in my DMs. I just think, "You're taking the piss, you. How fucking superficial are you?"
That's what I mean, but you don't need people like that in your life, do
No,
you? Like,
like
I'd literally like, on this podcast, like, obviously, you are very not I don't wanna say self-conscious as in, like, you're conscious of your appearance and how you come across and so and
well,
that's
but I'm like that all the
yeah, but
time.
that's good. That's
Yeah,
really good. Like, because you've worked hard on it and, like, that's just how you are as a person.
yeah,
Whereas for me, like, obviously it's so obvious on this pod, like, how diverse we are, but
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
great. It's great for the dynamic. I couldn't give a fuck. And, like, when I see certain people, like, liking like, when I reposted some of our pods
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah,
you were
yeah.
like,
Oh,
"Does
this
that person
person's had a
like?"
look.
And so
They've had
and
a look.
and I'm just like,
I know.
I couldn't actually give a flying fuck, like, what you think, 'cause I'm on this pod, I'm just like, "This is me, this is Sophia." Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you love me, love me. If you
And, like,
don't, I don't
well,
care.
that's it. I do say I don't care what people think about what I say, but I think, like, because I've been through
Oh,
that
she's
whole
going for the
thing of
green triangle.
the green triangles are the best, and because I've been so, like, self-conscious about, like, my appearance, I do think I kind of look at it that I'm always like, "Oh my god, do I look okay?" But that's, like, that's my own
Yeah, that's
insecurity, do
your
you know what I
own
mean?
thing, that's what I mean, but nobody else should make you feel like that,
No,
like
but this is
and
it. So they see you thriving, they come back,
oh, yeah,
or they
but
pop up.
But then what are you doing with your life then?
Mm,
Why are you, like, literally available to pop up into my DMs? What's going on with your life? And quite often, they've got a bird or they've got something else going on. Like the person that I mentioned to you the other
mhm,
day, I'm getting likes at 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm waking up and I'm thinking, what are you serious? Look at the Instagram. And I'm like, oh God, you've got a 5 year bird there. As in, been with them 5 years. Okay, well done. What are you
I
doing
know,
there?
I
So I
know.
really feel sorry for you, missus, but am I gonna out you? No, because I actually don't really give a shit about you.
No,
Well, I don't give a shit about you at all, to be honest, so
yeah.
next.
Sorry. She doesn't give a shit. Just in case none of you heard that, she doesn't give a shit.
Oh, fuck's given.
Murphy number 5. This is my favourite one because I always
Mm.
feel like so when someone's ghosted you, you know, we said about the closure, so you don't have the closure. So then you
Mm.
feel like you have unfinished business. And I said to you about unfinished business, didn't I, that someone had said to me,
Mm.
"I think you've got unfinished business with that person."
Yeah,
Right?
right.
And I was, like, in denial. I was like, "No, no, no, there's no unfinished business, like, the business is finished, like, I've finished the business because I've decided." And then as soon as that person messaged me, I was like, "Fuck, the business is not finished."
But that's a you thing then,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it? You
yeah.
need to decide where
Yeah,
it
I need to finish the business, but
yeah, but you thought you had it. Like, you thought,
I
like, "Oh,
thought, yeah, I was
right,"
like
but they've still got a little
yeah,
touch
yeah.
on you, haven't they?
Oh,
And, like, that's why you need to be like, "No, I'm gonna close the door."
mhm.
And that's almost, like, self-restraining.
Yeah, but this is why closure is so important, like, the people like
And,
that don't give you the closure
yeah, and
because
that's just
yeah,
nasty
but that's because
behaviour
they want to be
to
able to
keep you
come
hanging.
back.
100%.
So
Oh
when
my
it
god.
doesn't work out with fucking
Next.
some next bint on
Shaniqua down the
Instagram,
road.
yeah, when it didn't work out with some bint that he's fucking messaging on Instagram or some fucking girl that he met on a night out in Leeds or whatever, it's
You're
like,
getting home here.
oof. Yeah, but it's true because then they're like, "Oh, well, it hasn't worked out with any of them other girls, like, I'm not doing very well at being a player, so I'll go back to her because she's a good girl and she's got her head screwed on and blah, blah, blah." That's what they do.
Yeah, but that's why you just don't allow it and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think sometimes, especially when it's in a relationship, like, these are just like, what people I'm talking about here are just fucking dickheads that can't get it together, the fumblers of the world, so as I like to call them. But when it's a relationship, like, that closure piece is like, because then you've like, you can and I did the same thing, like, when I broke up with, like, broke up with a situationship that I was never in a relationship with, but whatever. Like, when that happened, like, eventually, I was like, "I need this to be done for, like,
yeah, so you
my
can
own
just
mental
close that
health."
box.
No, the next bit is why this still works on us. So why does someone being resurrected from the dead and popping back up in your DMs, why does it still work? And maybe I need to read this, like, like, I wrote this, but maybe I need to anyway, the validation hit. The
I'm
ego
looking now.
boost. When someone messages you and you think they've ghosted you and then they message you, the ego boost is real. Like, you're like, "Oh, he's still thinking about me."
Yeah, I know what you're saying about that, but, like, I think we've touched on this already. It's like maybe, yeah, it's their ego.
Yeah,
Like, they're, like, thinking, "Oh, where is she at? What's she doing? Will she reply?" I actually think, like, you letting that back in, that's where the problem lies. For
100%.
me, like, I see things, like, drop in, and I'm just like,
Yeah, but you're
"No."
really good at that. I'm like, I'm not very good at but, like, if it's someone from, like, ages ago, I'd be like, "Oh, whatever, fuck off." But when it's, like, something, like, quite recent that actually, like, got me a bit, I'm a bit like, 'cause but then I put here, sometimes it's not him you miss, it's the feeling of being wanted. Yeah, we love the validation. Like, sometimes it is a bit of a, like, "Haha, I knew you'd come back." Or, like, you kind of want them to come back just so that you can.
But so you've ticked a box in your
Yeah,
head.
but this is what it goes on to, the unfinished loop. So, like, because they ghosted you haven't had any closure, so your brain goes into this, like, weird state of, like, trying to fill in blanks and completing the story as to why they haven't spoken to you, and actually, it's just because they're a dickhead. Like,
But you can't explain, like, how they are like
no,
that,
and
and
so but it's like we were having this conversation, right, before we started well, it's actually probably in the recording at the
yeah.
beginning. And I was like, "But what are we achieving? Like, why are we even talking? Why are you talking to me? Because like, you're not saying you're sorry, you're not, like, asking me to meet up with you, you're not doing any of those things, you're just sending me a random message for no reason, like, there's no reason for us to be talking." So the unfinished loop. Next one, her prediction. You're thinking, "Oh, I really want him to choose me," like, because you really wanted them. You're like, "Maybe it'll be different this time, maybe he'll actually, like, commit to something this time." And that's how they get you. That's how they keep you hanging on because they know that. They know you like them. They know there were feelings there, so they're like, "Oh, play on it."
What? Please, can you just elaborate on that again?
The her prediction. So, like, if someone's so, like, this situation, for example, he's getting fucking absolutely annihilated today. Alright.
The guy.
Oh, it is as it is.
Sorry.
Shouldn't be a dickhead, like I said last week.
Yeah, well,
You did me dirty. So
you choose your own destiny, darling.
exactly. So that thing of, like, because I obviously, like, did really like him. I
Mm.
genuinely did. Like, I actually thought, like, if he hadn't have been a dickhead, I could have probably seen it going somewhere. If he'd have turned around and like been in the same, like, headspace as me, like the commitment and, like, I could have seen that going somewhere. And I did really like him. So when he disappeared, I was actually like, "Ooh, that's a
That hurts
stinger.
a little, yeah.
That's a stinger." And then when he came back, I was like, "Oh, maybe it'll be different this time." I realized very quickly.
So you're the hope
Yeah, like, it's
right,
because
okay.
so that's why because, like, this
You hope it
section's.
might change.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
okay,
you're
right, I get
thinking
you.
like, "Oh, maybe it'll be different this time." And I did think that. I was like, "Oh, maybe he's, like, realized." No, he's dropped out about 3 more times since then. So, like, no, he hasn't realized, and he's just gonna keep doing it, right?
Unfortunately, you kind of have to find, like, a line of, like, how many
Well,
times
I wrote here, "Hope is dangerous when it ignores patterns."
history repeats
Yeah,
itself,
and
darling.
now I'm at the point now where I'm just like, "Whatever." Like, I just don't actually care.
But that is, like, the classic of, like, can a leopard change his spots? And that's not just about, like, cheating or something like that. It's like, as I say, history, it repeats
Mm.
itself. And if you're not willing to make, like, a serious change and, like, that takes moves, like,
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
serious, like, impact, like, "Right, okay, shit, like,
Yeah.
I've messed up here. Like, just honestly, I'm gonna really change things around." And I actually know men, right? Someone who I was speaking to you about yesterday, who've
Yeah.
who we know, like, who they're with and so on, who've actually completely turned it around.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and
so they
I think.
can, they're
Oh,
capable,
100%.
but
Well, I
they've got
think they
to
do
have
it for the
it.
right person, though. They do it for the person they wanna do it for. That's just the same, like, I'm probably exactly the same. Like, you know what I'm like, and if I meet someone that I really like, I will be.
And I said this to, like, my
Mm.
ex about you, like, he was like, "Oh, like, Chloe," and he was like, "Oh, so, like, what's her sketch?" And I was like, "Honestly, if she's with someone, she's with them.
Oh, yeah,
She's
100%.
loyal," and he was like,
Well, I was being
"Really?"
loyal to someone that wasn't even.
Loyal to you. Well,
Yeah.
wasn't even committed to you.
No, not in any way whatsoever, and
Abs
I was still, like, fully invested.
Yeah,
Well,
well, that shows a lot more about you than the other person, though,
yeah,
doesn't it?
exactly.
So, I think this hope mentality, but I think I agree, you've got to almost, like, find at what point do you go, "Right, it's got almost like 1 chance, 2 chance, maybe 3, and then it's done."
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Like,
this is it. So this goes on to the next one of romanticizing potential. This
mm,
is genuinely like I wanna do a whole episode on, like, ADHD brain because
God, this'll be a field day.
I'm like
I need a chocolate for this.
I'm like 400 steps ahead of everybody all the time because of the way my brain works. Like, the ADHD is ADHD, and I really some dating is a real struggle for me because I do this a lot, romanticizing potential. I put here, "Did you like him or did you like the idea of what it could have been?"
Babe, I've just put a
No, I
chocolate in
know.
my mouth.
But so the next bit is about what to do when they come back. This is the advice which I will not follow and do not follow.
Yeah, but this is the like,
That's just me. Don't ever my advice, I
No,
can give out the advice, I just don't take it myself.
and don't even bother trying to tell her it
No, no,
because she'll
no.
just
I will.
you might as well just set the same record and just when she calls you
Yeah.
or voice notes you, just play it back the same
Yeah, yeah,
advice
yeah,
because
and I still won't take it.
she's not gonna listen, so what's the point? The whole
Yeah.
thing is just like,
I will say that I think every one of my friends,
you
I just want to apologise to all of my friends
you can
publicly.
apologise to me first because I
Yeah.
have to listen to this on a daily.
Like, yeah, but so do they. So, there's, 5 of them in particular that I'm thinking about right now, including you, that has to listen to this, and at no point have I taken any of your advice. So sorry. I still won't
Yeah.
do it. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna change. Red flag.
He's one at you. Like
Red
waving
flag. So,
throw like a red paper at you.
we're oh, no, I'm so excited. My favourites and there's on left. What to do when they pop up?
Your advice and my advice are gonna be
Well,
completely
this is
different.
my advice. Have a minute. Step 1, have a fucking minute. Don't reply straight away, because then they're just like, "Yeah, yeah, we're good." I I actually did do this though. The last 2 times this has
Mm.
happened, I was like, well, first time I was in the fucking Bellagio having a drink, so didn't really have time for that, babes. And
Who does she think she is?
the second time, I was actually, like, mid-work meeting, so I was like, "Don't have time to look at that right now." So that was that. Have a minute. Just don't reply straight away, because 'cause they're literally just gonna think, "Oh, right, well, fucking never gonna reply again. Here we go." So, number 2, ask.
No, but wait, right, so
What are you
my
saying?
opinion on that is,
Well, you could re
don't even firstly, get out of my basket, right? Um, firstly, don't allow them to have popped up because you've already put them in archive. And then you
Oh,
don't see
yeah.
it because you had this. You'd archived him, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then you
yeah.
didn't see his message for like 8 hours or something. And then you're like, oh my God, he's messaged me saying this or that. And I was like, but you didn't know because it's out of sight, out of mind. So
Mm.
when they pop back up, my first instinct, my opinion, obviously both are different, don't let them pop up because if they're in your archive, they're instantly like, obviously, different situations and so on, you might keep looking at your archive, but otherwise, you're not seeing that pop up on your phone.
No, that's very true.
So if you don't let them pop up, then it's just for when you actually look at it. So let's go to number 2.
Ask, "What do I want?" Not, "What does it mean that he's texted me?" 'Cause what it means is one of the above things that we said, he's lonely or bored, his other chicks have fucking binned him off. One of those things. Can't remember what the list was. Nostalgic. Feeling nostalgic. Or you look fucking great and he's seen it and he's thinking, "Right, I'm gonna go back in."
Don't allow it, don't
Don't
accept it, don't let them get in there, don't get
no.
them close,
Unless
keep the
unless
net.
it's someone actually genuinely nice. So this is when it goes on to this. Look for accountability. So if they're back and you're thinking, "Right, I'd quite like them to come back, but they need to be fucking accountable." Oh, this is when we need flags. I've got
And
a list of green flags. Green flags?
this is green, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So they come back with clear intention, a specific apology,
Terrific.
a pacific apology. Fuck
We're never gonna get past that,
yeah.
are we?
Consistent actions and accepts if you're not interested.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I kinda like all that though.
Yep.
Like, and I think that would actually show, like, a grown man, to be honest,
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
come back to you and be
Man, not a
like
boy.
exactly, and that's where you are going wrong because 'cause you're
Yeah,
dealing with boys, not men.
it's very true.
Right, but, like, I think for someone to be like, honestly, like, "Look, I fucked up," or, like, "I messed up, and this is what I'd like. I don't know whether you're still, like, in the same headspace. If you're not, I still respect you. I still got a lot of love for you,
Yep.
and I'm sorry for what I did, and, maybe we can meet again." That'd be amazing, and then
Mhm.
I'd be like, "Okay, well, I'll think about it," and then if you're in the same headspace, then you can go from there, but
Yeah, exactly.
any to that, like, I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, fair dues," and
Yeah.
then if you're like, "No, you know what? You hurt me too much," you could still reply and be like,
Oh,
"Okay,
thanks for your
yeah,
apology,
thank
but
you, but no, I've, like, moved on now, alright, I'm not in the same, like, space as you." So I think that would be a green flag.
yeah, I
Green.
agree. And now the red
I've
flags. This is what I actually, in fact, received. Big, I've been thinking. Like, "Oh, I've been thinking." No. No mention of the fact that they ghosted you.
rude.
Is that or is that not what fucking happened to me? Flirting like nothing happened.
No.
Giving late night you up energy.
Yeah, we don't do that then.
No. And then guilt tripping you if you don't reply. Red flags. all
What's
day.
like, tell me about that latter one,
What
guilt tripping, like,
so,
what
like, if
would
you
they
don't
do?
so if you ignored their message, they message you again being like, "Alright, you're ignoring me now."
Oh god, that's like
Like,
desperation.
"You were okay, hun?"
Oh my
Mhm.
god, like, no, I've not had that. Maybe they're just, like, done with me at that point. I
Yeah.
don't get that second message, I'm just like, "Next."
I know I've had the second message, like, when I've ignored someone. They'll send me, like I have one person in particular who does this quite a lot, who I don't really reply to them very much, but it's like now and again, I'll just send like a one-word answer or whatever, because 'cause I'm just sick of, like, the messages, do you know what I mean? So I'll send, like, one word back, so I just think, "Oh, shut the fuck up." Like, if I reply, they'll stop.
Why are they even, like, in your contacts?
Yeah, good point.
If you just send in a one
Good
reply?
fucking point.
But you've
So
not finished that point though.
no,
Like,
right, so he'll, like, send me a message, and then if I, like a lot of the time will, like, read it and then not reply because I don't care, and then he'll send me another one going, "Chloe," and I'm like,
that is seems
I've actually muted the chat because I can't deal with it.
archive, block, delete
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
everything, like,
boring.
literally,
I'm
like, throw
like
your phone away.
if someone triple texts me, like, I'm just like, "Fuck off, man. I ain't got the fucking marbles for you."
Especially if they've, like, done you
Yeah,
dirty
I
and
know.
they're just crawling back in.
I know.
No.
I'm like, "I don't owe you a reply." I'm like, "I'm fucking busy. I'm booked and busy. Do you
Booked and busy,
understand?"
correct, but equally, like, next, you're not up to my standards, come up here and then we'll talk.
Yeah, but we weren't.
Exactly, so next, block, deleted, see, I'm done with this all.
We weren't because I weren't replying.
Yeah, just get it out of your headspace.
I know.
I don't have the minerals for that.
No, me either.
No minerals done.
No,
I'm no Volvic there.
no. So what I know so what I've written are, like, 4 scripts for people just in case. So there's 4
Just in case.
just in case a zombie rises from the dead and slides in your DMs. I'm here for it. I've got you.
Right.
Option A, the direct one. "Hey, you disappeared last time. What's changed and what are you looking for now?"
That, yeah, I quite like
That's
that.
very you, isn't it?
Mm,
Very, very
I
you.
probably wouldn't even do the hair. I'd just be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
are you still
You
alive?"
ghosted me, you piece of shit.
And I'd
Well,
just
no,
be like, "Oh, are you alive?"
yeah. The calm boundary, option B. "I'm not interested in reopening this. Take care."
Right, okay. So, like, I kinda like that one. That's, like, a really good one, but I'd probably like, the take care is, like, a proper, like, sass move.
Do you like that?
But, like, I'd just be I don't know, I'm not interested in reopening this. I'd probably just be like, "Not interested. Take care." I wouldn't even, like, give them
Yeah.
the full, like,
You're
sentence.
very I think, like, when someone's done you a bit dirty, that you're very like, "I'm done."
It has to be
Yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah.
We don't have this much headspace, babes.
No, I
No.
don't have any headspace. Option C, the accountability test. "Before we chat, I need you to acknowledge how you left things." That's what I should have said.
Okay, right. Again, this is, like, quite, like, formal wording.
Well, yeah.
So, like, I like it, but, like, again, I'll
It's
just
the vibe though, isn't it? Like,
I'd reword that as in just, like
trying to get them to take accountability. Like, you left things
like
are we gonna talk about
yeah, so,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
what are we gonna take from hell?
Then
Because
there's
of that
option D, the funny brush off. This is very much something I would do.
yeah, I know.
It very much is because number one, I can't really be asked with conflict. If you ghosted me, fucking, you fumbled the bag, mate. Like, I'm sorry. That's fully on you. You fumbled.
You've gotta deal with that then.
That's your
Like,
problem. So this is
deal with the closure.
yeah. So respectfully, you can't just respawn like a video game character. Like, sorry, but no. So if in real life, just basically tell them that they're an absolute knobhead. So step number 5 of this, decide your boundary. So what do you want? Are you gonna ignore him? Are you gonna speak to him and try and understand what's happened? Are you gonna block him? Are you gonna put him in your archive? Or my favourite one, leave on red.
Right, I'm gonna actually lead with this one, right?
Go on.
So, I think blocking is so I'm gonna go to the 3rd point here. Blocking is when you're still angry.
If you block them, I think you care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're
I
still
agree.
angry
Mhm.
and you're like, I can't even like deal with them popping up or even seeing when they've last been
Yeah,
online
yeah,
or
yeah.
like da 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 da. That's when you're still in the care mode.
Yeah.
Right. Muting, I just think it's like you're not like making a point of like because obviously we all know when we've been blocked because the picture goes
Yeah.
right. So I'm talking about like WhatsApp here because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mainly use that. So like muting is just like kind of out of sight, out of mind. Ignore could be the same thing, like ignore them and then
I'll
but
just delete it without reading it.
I wouldn't delete. I'd never delete. You need collateral.
Oh, I always delete stuff.
Oh,
When
babes,
I'm
come
done
on.
with someone, your fucking thread on WhatsApp gets deleted.
Babes, you're doing something wrong there. Collateral.
No, but I don't care. I just delete them.
No,
There's
no, no,
so
no.
many conversations. I deleted, like, that one after the Vegas debacle. I deleted immediately. I was like, "You're
No.
fucking done. See you later." Yeah, but no, what I'm saying is when I'm like, it takes me a long time to be done, but when I'm done, I'm fucking done. So when I'm done and your thread is deleted, you ain't coming back from that. What's your
So
opinion on leaving on red? That's my favourite thing to do. I do it all the time.
leaving on red, I quite like that, but that's again when you still got like you have got feelings and so on. And hello, little cutie. You want to be on cam? No, leaving on red, it makes people think, and then they start
Yeah,
worrying. So that's definitely when you still care because you want them to be like suffering a little bit.
I do it all the time. I do the leave on red. I think it's a bit I quite like it. I think it's, like, brutal.
But that's when you care.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you don't care, you're just like whatever. Like you wouldn't even have them on your phone still.
No, true. That's it. Ghosted, blocked, and resurrected. We fucking
Here we
smashed
go.
it.
Yeah.
This is what my main it's a good one.
Pièce de résistance.
The pièce de résistance. If someone can disappear without explanation, they can do it again. The question isn't, why are they back? The question is, do they deserve access to me now?
Mm,
More often than not, no.
yeah, I would say.
More often than not. So, this is like a listener thing that I wanna happen for next week. Send us your best zombie text. So,
Oh my gosh, I
yeah,
want to hear these.
we really want these, and I know that some of my friends will send me some because 'cause they've got some brilliant ones. What's the worst "Hey stranger" text you've ever received? Like, feel free to send screenshots or, like, just messages because I think blur the names out, obviously, but, like, we wouldn't
Yeah,
mention them anyway.
we don't drop names. We
We
make it
do.
blatantly obvious with some people, but we
Yeah,
don't
but,
drop
I mean, we
names.
don't care. But also but we care about other people's lives.
Yeah.
My own, I'm unbothered. So, the closing lines. Peering is an effort. A text is not character development. Closure is a decision, not a conversation.
I like
Ah, it's good,
it.
that, innit?
Quite a
I'm gonna do
piece
these every
that.
week. I feel like it's like my little
Yeah, like
the
closing,
exit, mic
like
drop
drop the
exit.
mic. Yeah,
Oh,
100%.
I don't wanna drop this mic 'cause the
No,
hat's
no,
gonna
no.
come
We
off.
don't.
So, the plug,
Here we go.
as always, follow us on Instagram at Naught But Red Flags Pod. In the link in the Instagram bio is the TikTok, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify.
This girl, she's ready to go viral,
I
and
am ready to
I'm
go
honestly,
viral.
I'm here
I'm
for
so
it.
ready. Like,
But
yeah, but now
equally,
it's getting worse.
yeah,
I'm getting
it's
more
like
unhinged. This is the bad thing. Like, I'm getting a bit brave now.
I know, don't let us
I
get too
know.
brave. So we love you all
Yeah, we
anyway.
do. And we're gonna have a girly sleepover tonight, aren't
I
we?
know, I'm
Well, how
so
are we gonna sleep?
excited. The dogs are
The
here.
dogs are
They've
here.
been actually quite tame whilst
Oh, they've been
we've
very
been
well
doing this.
behaved. Look
So,
at her.
but then now I know they're looking for
Now,
so much attention.
yeah, she is. She's like, please take me outside. It's all for the cause, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's all for the plot. So we will see you next week.
Love you guys.
Love you.